So it's Mother's Day. I want to start this video by wishing you a very happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there, but especially to, of course, my mother and my wife, who's the mother of my 3 children. I hope you both know how much I love you. So I want to take this opportunity on Mother's Day to reflect on mothers and the important role they play in our life. I want to start this conversation by reflecting upon the fact that we call the planet that we live on our Mother Earth. I think that's very significant. You know, it's not too hard to see why, I suppose, because in a very similar way, our whole physical existence relies on this planet. We get everything from it, right? And in that way, when we come into this world, we rely upon everything from our mother, from our actual mother, right? Our physical mother. And she supplies everything from food to comfort to affection, attention, right? Everything depends upon our mother when we start our journey in the physical world. You know, I've been learning a lot about the chakra system because I've been helping my wife with all her projects, and the chakras are energy centers in our bodies that kind of filter through all our experience, filters through these energy centers, and each one's kind of responsible for certain elements of our life. And the very first chakra is called the Root Chakra, and its element is the earth. And the most important relationship at that part of your development is your mother, the relationship you have with your mother. It's a very foundational thing. And that's why the root chakra, it's your first chakra, it's kind of the foundation for all of the rest of your experiences. All the rest of the energy centers, there's 7 total. So I think it's very interesting to reflect on the fact that this role that our mother plays is foundational. And if we happen to have an experience with this maternal relationship that was less than we wanted, less than we needed, often this will manifest in our lives in pretty stark ways. You know, we can be either really like trying to overcompensate for the sense of lack that we have. You know, we'll be people pleasers or attention getters. And then we can do the other way around too, right? We can withdraw. We can withdraw because we don't know how to express our feelings or how to be affectionate because it was never exemplified for us, or so we'll withdraw within ourselves. However we react to this occurrence, this feeling of lack, it leaves a pretty big impact on our life. It's actually, I often feel like people who don't have that, who didn't get that affection, whether it was from because their mother didn't know how, because they had their own baggage, so to speak, or because they didn't have a mother, right? Maybe they left or they passed away at an early age. It leaves a person feeling very ungrounded. Like they're shiftless, like they have a hard time being still. They have a hard time feeling safe. All of these things kind of, especially in the beginning of our lives at a very early and important developmental age, our mother supplies for us. So it leaves like a void in our life. And it's important to acknowledge how this role was played for you, because depending on how that happened will almost certainly play a role in what you do or how you go about your life. But here's the good news. I want to share this as a celebration. I know this is kind of heavy for Mother's Day, but it's important. I mean, I think you can see just how important the role of a mother is. The good news, the celebration, is whether you got it or not, it doesn't actually come from the external world. Meaning your mother could help you realize this thing, but she could never actually give it to you. Because love, which is what we're really talking about, right? A sense of love, a sense of acceptance, a sense of stability, comes from within us. Now, when we're young, that's not exactly true because we don't know that, but you're not young anymore. So now you can actually look within you and find this love, this stability, that I'm professing you have. Because you do, we all do. That's why we can live our lives differently. If you're a mother, you've had the opportunity to make shifts in this energy. This is something that most people don't reflect. I think most people do know that they can do different, they can parent differently. But what they don't realize is that when they do so, which most of us do in one way or another, it's actually an act of self-love. I mean, why? Because where did it come from? Where did this something different come from? It came from you. And by acknowledging the fact that you have this ability within you, if you pull your attention in there, then you can make the intention of that act of loving your child differently an act of self-love too. It's like you're mothering yourself through your child. I think that's such a wonderful and beautiful fact that goes unnoticed most of the time. No matter where you find yourself on the spectrum of either being totally accepted and supported by your mother or not even having one in your life, you have the ability to mother yourself. All challenging situations are opportunities. And I know that's hard to hear sometimes, or it sounds like a cliche or a platitude, but it really is true. Because without that challenge, you might never have looked within. And I'm encouraging you, whether you have the challenge or don't, if you look within yourself, if you take some time to look within you, no matter how restless or settled you are, you'll find a space in there. Now, not right away. You have to actually kind of get through the noise. I mean, if you've suffered from this lack of a maternal influence in your life, you probably have some pain in there. And you're going to need to look beneath that. You're going to need to let that be for a minute, right? Accept that, open to it, and see what else there is within you. Because within you, there is a place of great stillness, of great peace. And it is the birthplace of love. And by looking within, you can find something that you'll never find in the external world. A great place to begin this, or to maybe supplement this sort of activity, is to do it outside. Engage in your Mother Earth as you engage in mothering yourself, if that makes any sense, right? So go outside and acknowledge how much you're being given and supported right now. The earth holds you. In other words, you stand on it. It supports your every move. It supplies food for you. It supplies air to breathe. That's support. It supplies water to drink. It supplies beautiful sounds and sights. Another way of considering this sort of support is it is an act of love. Unconditional love. You don't have to do anything to receive it. It actually doesn't ask anything of you. It just offers itself up to you. This is your Mother Earth. And in getting in touch with that sort of immediate stability and support and love can help, stimulate your own sense of love. Like, gosh, I'm already supplied in this way. Can I allow it? Can I let it in? Letting in the beauty and the support and the love is an act of self-love. I love this quote from Rumi, this famous Sufi poet. He says, "Love turns pain into medicine." Love turns pain into medicine. This is sort of a mother's job, right? When a child hurts itself and a mother comforts it, it feels that love is medicine, and it feels supported even when bad things happen to you. You can do that for yourself. Apply a little love to your pain, and you'll find it turns into medicine. It makes you stronger. It makes you a better person. It makes you a better wife. It makes you a better mother. It makes you a better human being. I again want to acknowledge the fact that it's Mother's Day, honoring all you mothers and the important role that you play. It's a sacred role, and I thank you for taking it on and doing your very best at it, because I know you are, and I hope you know that you are loved.